Cartoons are a staple part of our childhood. Whether they were fun, boring, goofy, or serious, we always sat there and watched it. From small dish cables to modern day TV streaming sites, and the many channels and networks to scroll from or type in using your remote. There was always, and I mean always, a channel there that we could all enjoy. And one channel stood out the most. Not from the classic cartoons our parents let us watch, no, that's just the beginning. But for being one of the main home, actually the main home of one little yellow square sponge. With some calling him a kid, and another calling him a brave, faithful, and heroic young lad. Ladies and gentlefish, I give you the SpongeBob SquarePants iceberg. Before we start though, let me introduce the little square guy. SpongeBob SquarePants is a classic cartoon character from the show of the same name, SpongeBob SquarePants. He is a naive but friendly guy who loves fry cooking, his friends, his snail Gary, and basically everything. He is a staple of a lot of people's childhoods, being first introduced as a pitch to Nickelodeon in 1997. But he was declined by Nick due to his quote-unquote unrelatability to kids since he was an adult. So, Nick said, put him in a school and give him a teacher. Hillenburg at that point wanted to abandon the idea, but he soon improvised by adding Mrs. Puff, which then Nick agreed to air the show on May of 1999, thus giving us SpongeBob SquarePants. Now that we know the little yellow square guy, let's get one thing known. What is an iceberg? Well, literally, an iceberg is a floating mass of freshwater ice that broke off a glacier or ice shelf. But YouTube-wise, it's a chart discussing many things of a topic, starting from the tip with the most well-known stuff, and reaching to the bottom to the more obscure or less-known stuff. For this video, we will do the first two tiers and save the rest for another video. If you're here for a journey of new knowledge and nautical nonsense be something you wish, then this is the video for you. If you'd like to see more of this, why not subscribe? It helps me a lot as a small creator, only having 105 subscribers at the time of this video, and it shows me that you guys enjoy watching my content. Before you subscribe though, watch the whole thing and see if I earned it, because you could have chose any other video of the same topic, but you chose me, and for that I thank you. Thank you again for watching this video, and let's begin with tier 1 of the SpongeBob SquarePants iceberg. Have you ever wondered why everything blows up in SpongeBob? Why the fish are alive? And most importantly, why is a Krabby Patty price always changing for the worst? Even at one time being $110 for a Krabby Patty? With cheese to be precise, so I think that fixes the deal, right? Well, that's because Bikini Bottom and the island underneath it is based off of a real American island, Bikini Atoll. From the show, it looks like a peaceful and wonderful place to be, with friendly underwater neighbors, beautiful skies, and clear waters. This has to be a great place to live in, right? But that's far from the truth, because in real life, Bikini Atoll is a nuclear bomb testing site, where America detonated bombs in the ocean for American testing purposes. The creator Steven Hillenburg confirmed that this bombshell of an island is part of the SpongeBob lore, because that's where this all takes place, of course, which explains the mutated fish and random explosions. For a fun fact, this scene here uses real archived footage from one of the tests on Bikini Atoll, Crossroads Baker Explosion. Have a look.
Let's eat.
A theory popped around about the main cast of SpongeBob being a representation of the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins refer to the most dangerous sins a man can do, and the characters, well, they kind of represent it. SpongeBob is lust, not a sexual lust, but the OG meaning, a strong, uncontrollable desire for anything. In this case, his uncontrollable love for everything is the problem. Sandy is pride. She always rambles on about Texas and her inventions, taking deep satisfaction in it, even at a point saying that land critters are better than sea creatures. Gary is gluttony, the overconsumption of anything, but in modern days is most commonly food and drinks. Even one time abandoning SpongeBob for a while and dumped in favor of Patrick, breaking his heart until he finally got into Patrick's pocket, and then he got cookie from it. Then, after he got that cookie, he just abandoned the Patman. Mr. Krabs is greed due to his obsession for money and hoarding it, even at times charging his employees to work there. Also, he sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents before. Patrick is sloth, lazy, no job, standing around out here all day, just being the Pat bro. Even getting a reward for doing nothing for longer than anyone else. Shocker. Squidward is wrath thanks to his high anger and low patience to SpongeBob and Pat. Even at times trying to get rid of them, like making them search for the Loch Ness Monster in the name of a scavenger hunt, or making voodoo dolls, telling them that they are more harder to get rid of than cockroaches, and even finding pleasure in causing pain to them as seen in this modern SpongeBob episode. Finally, envy, which is Plankton. Plankton is envy because of his constant attempts and failures to get the Krabby Patty secret formula, just so he can make his restaurant more better than Krabs, even at times abandoning what he loves to try to get it. So, seeing these sins and how they relate to the characters, it's safe to say that there is some correlation. But was it made on purpose? Let that one stick to you for a bit. Yes, it's strange, I know. How can a star and a sea snail be related? Well, to be fair, it's more of a one-off joke because not much info can be found on this. Though it is unexpected and kind of funny if you're half asleep on a Tuesday night at 3 a.m. Not really much on this one, besides the fact that Patrick is apparently royalty and he originated from... Is that a germ? Bikini Bottom Mysteries refers to the short series on YouTube on the official SpongeBob channel, talking about different cases and theories from the show, usually about background characters, such as Fred's fake identities or what is Ned hiding. Sorry for that. There are more of a fun series rather than deep-seated lore, in my opinion, but to each their own, I guess. If you want to check it out, they have a decent amount of episodes that you could use. And if you want to make some videos about some random lore, you can refer to those videos, but as I said before, I personally think it's just for the randomness of it, I guess. I don't. Made by Lorenzo in 2013. During his peak, Lorenzo would make full episode recreations in Lego format, and it was really entertaining as a kid. You could even tell that he enjoyed doing them. He voiced them, edited them, made the claymations from them, I assume. He did a lot of stuff with it. And guess what? I checked his channel and found his website, and his talent goes far, like far on. Look at this, bro. Just look at this. SpongeBoy refers to the original name SpongeBob, but it was changed to the iconic name we see today because of copyright infringement for a mop company. What's that? Oh. It turns out that this was an urban legend because the SpongeBob Mop Company didn't exist at all, apparently. According to some accounts from multiple staff members, we know now that the urban legend was an urban legend. Some people said that it was from a pencil art company or other stuff, but the truth is it was trademarked by a comic series, Flamin' Carrot Comics, and the good old SpongeBoy is literally a sponge boy. King Neptune's design change. We always see the King Neptune as buff and godlike in the show, but the movie shows something different. He's not buff. He has a chain and is bald or thinning. From this came multiple theories, with a common one being that the movie Neptune is really just Neptune's son, Triton. But one thing that can debunk this claim is the tail. Triton's tail is blue, movie Neptune's is green, so unless green changes the color over time, they can't be the same. So then, what's the reason? Well, it's pretty simple. During that time, Nickelodeon and Viacom had a bit of a firewall issue with each other, which then prevented the use/references of movie Neptune in general from 2005 to 2014, along with other movie elements like Mindy. But they later got their cameos in different modern episodes like the Lost and Found episode or SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout. Another reason was from Sherm Cohen claiming that the redesign was to reflect the characterization in the movie. I butchered that, but hey, I think you understand what I'm trying to say, huh? Remember those fish guys and different animals you see in the background to fill empty spots? Those are background characters, more commonly called incidentals. They even have their own categories such as hot dog, in between, weirdo, secondary character, medieval, beach, and unknowns. Some incidentals were given names, such as Incidental 1 being named Fred. As you know, he's the iconic "My Leg" guy. Incidental 6 is named Tom, which brings us to our next one. Chocolate refers to the viral and iconic meme moment from SpongeBob, Season 3, episode Chocolate with Nuts. When the two knuckleheads go and sell chocolate for entrepreneur purposes, they go to the first house, which is Incidental 6's, being named Tom. When mentioning the word chocolate, Tom just tweaks out and begins to chase them around, even randomly appearing when you least expect it. So, when you see Tom, don't mention the word chocolate. Did you say chocolate? Yes, sir. With or without nuts. Chocolate! Chocolate! Refers to the moment in SpongeBob Season 2 episode Something Smells. The episode has SpongeBob eating an unholy amount of random food due to his ice cream supply running out, consisting of onions, peanuts, and ketchup. Okay. After making his own and eating it, he starts his Sunday list. He starts it off by greeting everyone in Bikini Bottom, but everyone either runs away, transforms, or freaking dies. But even the plants, even the buildings don't like him. Like, the buildings just go away. Well, everyone but Patrick. Patrick, not having a nose, cannot smell the breath of SpongeBob. So, what does he think? He just thinks it's maybe the way he dresses. Nah, it can't be. Maybe it's his voice? Nah, it's gotta be because he's ugly, right? Yeah, that's it. So, after a motivational chant, they make the decision to go to the movies, and after basically killing 2 fishes and making them float too, he talks to the Ice Spice looking fish, tells her to enjoy the movie, and she just gets transformed into Travis Scott. Then, we see the iconic moment here when he tells the incidental that he hopes that his ugliness won't be a distraction to him. And this is how it goes. Excuse me, sir. I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you. Not at all, but... This moment marks a classic and well-used reaction meme amongst the SpongeBob community and basically everywhere. When something stinks so bad, or when you just want to use a funny meme. Handsome Squidward refers to the moment in the Season 5 episode The Two Faces of Squidward. Squidward gets pumped by a door when SpongeBob opens it with an albeit aggressive force. After Squidward recovers, he becomes handsome. And after being harassed by the city, he has the bright idea to get slammed again by the door to make him ugly. But that didn't work out well, and this is where we get the iconic moment. This moment marks an iconic face giving birth to many memes and even merch around the Giga Chad of an octopus. Age estimate of SpongeBob refers to SpongeBob's age, which isn't explicitly said in the series, but it does have some hints to it. More importantly, his license, which we only see a handful of times. See the red? That's our only hint. July 14th, 1986. But since we don't have a specific year in the beginning of the episode, let's use the premiere of SpongeBob first episode, May 1st, 1999. If he's born in 1986, he would be 13 years old in the beginning. And if we go to the current year, 2026, he would be 30 years old and 14 months of the current time of typing. Basically 30 years old of 2026. So it is also confirmed that Mr. Krabs is breaking multiple human resources and labor laws and also child endangerment to SpongeBob, and always gets away with it. Greed. Trigger warning. Not for anything bad, but because it's really nasty and you could be a bit squeamish with it. The Splinter refers to the season 6 episode of the same name, The Splinter. To explain the beginning, Sponge basically loses his spatula in the ceiling, making it stuck, and after getting it and somehow surviving by the clutch of his spatch, he manages to trip, and then comes the infamous moment, the Splinter. What makes this episode hated amongst the fans is the uncomfortable moments, and it eventually gets worse by the end, and it's really disgusting. Trigger warning, because this has some references to a sensitive topic. The one-course meal controversy stems from the season 7 episode One Course Meal. In this episode, Mr. Krabs finds out that Plankton is deathly afraid of whales. And after being tortured by Krabs for a while, he's driven to one thing that makes this episode controversial and hated: laying on the road and waiting for the bus. If you didn't get it, it's a reference to something bad, but thankfully he doesn't succeed. But that doesn't matter, because they reference something so bad in the first place. Something no man should ever attempt. And forbid that any kid looks at this and tries to mimic it, thinking that it's just a safe, harmless joke. This also later creates the creepypasta Plankton got served. A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants is a lost media movie about a kid winning a contest to meet SpongeBob. But everything gets wacky and unaccording to plan, because why would it go according to plan? This film was abandoned, however, because of worries from Nick and Viacom and the potential lawsuits that come with it, and also financial problems. It's listed on Amazon, but you can't buy it. So, yep. It's lost in the sea. My leg. Remember this sound? My leg refers to the iconic SpongeBob moment used when chaos or damage arrives and someone gets hurt. And it's our boy Incidental 1, aka Fred. Fred is the fish who manages to get his leg broken almost every time, if not all the time, something bad happens and something gets destroyed. He becomes a staple in SpongeBob history and even gets some lore on him, such as having a crush on Nurse Bazooka, working at a woodcutting factory, and having appointments with Dr. Calamari. In my opinion, this is more of a cash grab / nostalgia bait due to his iconic moments and trying to milk Bob to the ground. This I don't think I need to explain much, but trigger warning, and yeah. But in case you don't know this, Squidward's Bad Day refers to the creepypasta where Squidward performs in a talent show, I think it's a talent show, and he fails, no surprise. But what's worrying is that he sits on his bed, staring blankly, and then begins to cry. He then cries out blood, and his eyes become bloodshot. And then later he does the thing that gives the title. Now, I didn't explain it well, and that was on purpose, because the original story features way more graphic stuff that I won't talk about due to being a small tuber, and at the risk of being smite down by YouTube. So, yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, in the talent show thing part, some of the characters have bloodshot eyes. This gives me creeps. I'm alone in my room right now, and this gives me creeps just thinking about it. Not the story itself, it's just the eyes, so uncannily realistic. What makes Krabby Patty so good? What makes the 100% secret patty secretly assembled with undersea cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomato, onion, all secretly steaming between two fluffy seed wheat buns? That's it, Krabs. Take my wallet. Just give me a patty. Just give me a patty. Sorry about that. But what makes these patties so good that it caused everybody in Bikini Bottom to basically become Fallout due to the lack of it? Well, that's the thing. We'll never know. There are theories ranging from it being crab meat all the way to being Pearl's mom. Okay, we're getting a bit too crazy here. Officially, though, creator Steven Hillenberg said that the patties are vegan. Other than that, we'll never really know the recipe, but we do know some things. A bit of chum, love, obviously, and most importantly, 4 heaping pounds of freshly ground plankton. Okay, that was a joke, but hey, it was a perfect time. Instead of explaining this one, why don't I just recreate the clip and use my beautiful god tier voice to replace the music? Because Viacom is going to copyright claim me, and if I try to dispute it, I'm most likely going to fail. So, enjoy. That's it. That's the lost episode. That was just a bunch of cheap rock cycle. Trigger warning for those who are squeamish, just like the Splinter. But this scene refers to the season 6 episode House Fancy, with the host being Nicholas Withers. After being jealous by Squilliam and calling up Nicholas Withers, Squidward has to get his house ready for Nick's arrival. He's forced to have Bob's help, Skipping forward, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. We then get to where the moment happens. The soft gore and most well-known moment of Squidward torture porn, the toenail scene. Keep in mind that this isn't the only time Squiddy suffered from stuff like this. He also suffered from ripping his skin off in another episode and getting crushed by whatever this is. You have officially reached Tier 2 of this iceberg. And the final part of this video, because this is just part 1. So, get your oxygen tanks ready because we are going from the tip all the way to the ocean parts. Like, not deep, but you know, it's good to have it just in case. In case you want to go snorkeling and stuff, but you don't have snorkels because we have oxygen tanks, whatever. Let's just get to Tier 2, shall we? Bob the Sponge refers to the character found in Steven Hillenburg's earliest works, The Intertidal Zone, an educational book made in 1989 about tide pool animals when Hillenburg was a teacher at the Ocean Institute. Plankton swearing refers to the media of voice actor and storyboard writer Doug Lawrence using Plankton's voice in a comedical but mature way, which honestly fits Plankton a lot. If I'm remembering correctly, it's from a interview, and he's just doing this meme stuff, so yeah.
Plankton, come and eat at the chum bucket. Every fucking day, you come down and we'll stuff your face full of shit. I'm just kidding. Don't come to the chum bucket, it's horrible. Horrible!
SpongeBoy Ahoy refers to the original name of the series. Nothing much else to say. Johnny Depp was featured in a Season 6 episode titled SpongeBob SquarePants and the Big One. Our friends get swooped away by a wave and put on an island. They are told they cannot escape unless they talk to someone named JKL, which is where Johnny Depp comes in, the iconic Jack Sparrow. He is a buff and tan fish and a very, very, very long surfing board. Yeah. And he also sacrifices himself so our friends can get to Kingdom Bottom, but yeah, at least he survives. This refers to SpongeBob's alleged homosexuality orientation, because he has multiple moments where he talks or does stuff with Squiddy in a suspicious way. Though he is confirmed to be asexual, it could also refer to a moment Nick made a Twitter post celebrating Pride Month and showing multiple characters like Swaz and other characters which I forgot the name of. I think it was one of them was Len, the guitar girl from Loud House. I don't know. And SpongeBob is also on the list. So, yeah. In my opinion, I think this refers to people starting to like Season 4 SpongeBob, because people always say Season 1 to 3 is the best, and every other season is dog water and should be put into a furnace. But, in my opinion, SpongeBob fell off in mid-Season 9. Season 4 has some pretty good episodes, and my personal favorite is the Skill Crane one. It's funny and I love it. Besides, there's a decent amount of funny moments that came from Season 4. What's your favorite Season 4 episode, or from other seasons? Let me know in the comments down below. President Barack Obama's favorite character is SpongeBob himself, because he watched the show with his daughters a lot. Even the past president couldn't get past Bob's charm. Astrology with Squidward refers to the kind of lost media of a mini-series of SpongeBob SquarePants. Squidward is seen talking about different zodiac signs and giving views on it. Only a few episodes are found, that being Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Taurus. I butchered them all, but it doesn't matter. The March 1st, 2018 hoax is a viral hoax about SpongeBob SquarePants ending, but let's be honest, is Nick really going to give up their cash cow? I guarantee this video and all other parts will be copyright claimed and all lose the disputes. So, while you're here, why not subscribe if I earn it? Let's support this video and the other parts to come. Please. Thank you. Jimmy Neutron takes over Nick refers to the moments in old Nick history where Jimmy Neutron goes to aired episode live and changes the looks or audio of them. Classified as lost media until users found puppet segments of the invasions from Hooky and another one, I think. All I remember is the Hooky one, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I'll show the clips now.
We're sorry, Mr. Krabs.
I want you boys to promise me you'll never go on those hooks again.
We promise, Mr. Krabs.
I need a sailor's promise. Repeat after me. Yo-ho, yo-ho. Near the hooks, I'll never go.
Yo-ho, yo-ho. Near the hooks, we'll never go.
Yo-hey! Mother Pearl! Fire on the poop deck!
Mr. Pearl, fire on the poop deck.
Well, whew. All right then. Let's get out of this death trap.
See, this one was confusing to me at first, but I figured it out. To respect and honor Steven Hillenburg's legacy, fans signed a petition to have the viral Season 2 moment, Band Geek's Sweet Victory moment, play on Super Bowl 53's halftime show, having over 1.2 million signatures. However, it unfortunately did not succeed, being replaced with Travis Scott's Sicko Mode. There is a moment where voice actor Roger Bombas voiced Squidward to introduce something in the Super Bowl, and guess what it was? Maroon 5. The Palestine Krusty Krab refers to a real location that used to exist that was found in Palestine before being r/deleted by Viacom. Located in Ramallah, West Bank, this peak gem of a location had a one-on-one recreation of that iconic lobster trap we come to know as the Krusty Krab. But as we know, this location has been closed because Viacom camps their IP hard, so rip Krusty Time Krab. What if I told you there were different endings to the Season 2 episode Shanghai? We always see the SpongeBob ending thinking that's the only one, but there are indeed different ones. The 2 OG ones and the 3 new ones made specifically for SpongeBob Day that was recently posted in 2026 on the official SpongeBob social medias. The original endings were from the event You Wish, where viewers could vote for which ending would be shown. The winner would be the permanent ending for reruns. However, no surprise was when SpongeBob won. Yeah, no surprise there. So Patrick and Squidward's were lost at time. That is until user DarkLucario3000 uploaded both of them. However, they were both in Spanish. This included Patchy segments as well. Oh, before I forget, Patchy had a more fleshed out segment in the original airing, where he would explain to the viewers about the event, but re-airings just has him opening the door and say, roll the cartoon after he gets shot out of a cannon. Classic SpongeBob. Anyway, about the 2 original endings, Patrick's ending was he wished for gum. Squidward wished he never met SpongeBob and Patrick, which backfired. And then the classic SpongeBob one that we all know and love is where he wishes he was a vegetarian. And that didn't work out. Anyway, now we see the modern day ones in 2026 for SpongeBob Day, where the endings are different. Patrick wishes for more wishes continuously. Squidward wishes he was home, and SpongeBob wishes that the Dutchman was too full to eat. All of them were failing. All of them failed, and it winded up in Dutchman eating them. David Bowie's cameo was featured in a personally nostalgic episode in Season 5, Atlantis Squarepants, where he voices Loyal Royal Highness, or LRH. David Bowie had wrote multiple songs in his time, and he was well known to be a singer, but he didn't sing in the episode due to his retirement of singing from a heart attack, rest in peace, and him being too much of a late pick for the episode, resulting in no song for him.
Yummers.
Yummer refers to the unused character, or just like this random inside joke, I guess, in SpongeBob Saves the Day game. In one of Mrs. Puff's sprite sheet, we see Mrs. Puff, Okay, normal, some random stuff, and holy fish paste, what is that? That's yummer. More of his hands can be found in another sprite sheet, and he was also referenced in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, apparently. So he isn't a hideous monster, he's just yummer. Red Mist in SpongeBob episode refers to the small but memorable moment in modern SpongeBob history. The episode titled SpongeBob in Random Land is a season 12 episode where Bob and Squid have to deliver a patty to someone named Roger in Random Land, who looks just like Mr. Krabs. Anyway, none of that is important. What's important is this scene. You seen it? Yup, it pokes fun at the creepypasta Squidward's Bad Day. When the episode first aired, it had the scene, and when I remember when I was so young and I was watching the episode alone and it just appeared and I said, "It's Squidward's Bad Day!" Well, I didn't say bad day, but I have to say that for the sake of the video. Anyway, the scene has been removed for obvious reasons and has been replaced with something far, far more terrifying. In context, since I didn't explain it, we get the scene because there's a door and multiple doors appear. Squidward opens one door and it's weird. Second door, weird. And the third door, weird. That's it. Modern SpongeBob humor, I guess. I Was a Teenage Gary deleted scene refers to the alleged scene in season 1 episode I Was a Teenage Gary. So, let's explain this quickly. SpongeBob asks Squid to watch Gary. Squid doesn't. Gary looks like he's going to die. Squid panic. Bob come. Bob sad. They call doctor. Doctor say inject with snail plasma. Squid tries to inject but misses. It hits Bob Man, and then Gary drinks water and is better. Happy ending. Yay! No! Bob turns into Freak slowly, becoming the most hideous creature known to man. A sponge snail. Squid runs. Squid, and after house gets ruined, he's injected with plasma, and then ending shows Gary, Bob, and Squid singing At Night, and the end. Yeah. So, what's the deleted scene? Well, supposedly there was a scene of Squidward transforming into a snail, since there was one with Bob and showing it in detail. And another reason was because of the transition. When Squid gets hit, the scene does not switch. The scene does a switch instead of bubbles like usual. So people obviously theorized that it was a deleted scene that they just didn't add. However, it was disproven by 90s Give Me Goosebumps, who had the original Aaron on tape. So yeah, no scary transformation. Womp womp. SpongeBob in real life refers to the viral series on YouTube by J. Chase Films, who made a series where SpongeBob and Patrick find a book and teleport to the real world, later making friends with our main character. J. Chase Films. The series grew extremely popular, with the most popular video getting 101 million views. The series looks like it's at an end, with the latest video of the series being posted 3 years ago, which is probably the best thing to do before Viacom snipes them and they get a cease and desist letter. R.I.P. Robo Squidward, or Squid Vicious, was a boss level in Battle for Bikini Bottom, but was scrapped during development. But it was brought back and rehydrated as the source of the robots in the multiplayer Horde mode. Battle for Bikini Bottom unused boss phase refers to the boss phase that was scrapped from the game. There was supposedly another phase that shown Robot Bob in anchor arms and a beach suit. That's like a different form of him, I guess. But yeah. And you could play as both Sponge and Pat during the combat. It was shown in a trailer that was found in Mario Kart Double Dash, though briefly. Although it was removed, he could be found as an environmental thing in the multiplayer mode. Yet another Battle for Bikini Bottom entry. This one refers to a unused scrap level in the game's files, where it takes place in Patrick's dream. In here, you see Mrs. Puff for whatever reason, and unsurprisingly do and see multiple things that doesn't make sense at all, because it's Patrick's dream. So, yeah. Why it was scrapped? I honestly don't know. I didn't play the game, I'm relying on the wiki and videos, so, yeah. I sadly could not find anything on this one, so this has to be lost media in this video. Searching on YouTube, it gave me episodes. Google just gives me either there's no Glove World in the pilot or there isn't any Glove World level in Battle for Bikini Bottom. So for now, this is just unknown. Unless you guys have anything to let me know. If you have anything, please let me know. And if I recreate this video in series, I am going to use that and credit you if I remember. But yeah, thank you. This is an albeit a small entry, but it's not hard to miss. In the Season 2 episode of Phineas and Ferb, called Phineas and Ferb, The Summer Belongs to You, we see our two main characters and Elizabeth get stuck on an island. I personally didn't watch the episode, so I don't know much about it. But seeing the context of the clip, I assume they're stuck on an island, and that's when the scene comes in. Phineas is seen digging, and he finds a sponge and a starfish and says, "There's gotta be something we can make out of this," which he then says, "No good. That's ridiculous." What a jab. What a jab, but hey, just some friendly teasing. Yeah. Reef Blower is the short episode played after Help Wanted, the first episode. It's the shortest, only being 2 minutes and 50 seconds long. There is no dialogue, besides a subtitle saying "you." Even that didn't have any audio. Rumors say it has no audio. It has no audio because the audio machine broke, but cast disproved it. The true reason was to extend Help Wanted into a full half show. And if they added audio, it would cost more money, according to the SpongeBob wiki, which at the time would cost around $2,500. So, yeah, nothing crazy. It's just to increase the halftime of the episode. Yeah. Now, this is a certified hood classic right here. Have a Bowl, Mr. Squidward is from a video titled SpongeBob SquarePants Macaroni and Cheese by user Fried Chili Cheese Dogs, posted originally in December of 2015 before being removed by Viacom. No surprise. The re-uploaded version is titled SpongeBob Plush FCCD, and the original clip in its formal glory shows up at 3:40. Here it is.
Have a bowl, Mr. Squidward!
SpongeBob is asexual refers to the official say from Steven Hillenburg, quoting, "I considered them to be almost asexual." By them, he means Patrick and SpongeBob. Simple, and it makes sense. Sponges reproduce asexually, so SpongeBob being a sponge gotta be asexual, right? Right? And that concludes part 1 of this episode and tier 1 and 2. Thank you for getting this far into the episode and showing support by watching it. If you enjoyed this, please share and subscribe, if I earned it. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next part. This is your boy David, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.